Y una vez más, queridos amigos, estamos aquí en la convención de los Applicants Attorneys de aquí en San Diego, California. Estamos exactamente en Carlsbad, California, y estamos tratando de entrevistar a personajes, amigos, compañeros que hemos conocido ya por mucho tiempo. Y queremos mandarle las gracias a Castillo en Montes en Associates, quienes son nos auspician en estos momentos, y gracias a ellos es que nosotros podemos dar estas entrevistas para que ustedes, el público, tengan más acceso a a las diferentes cosas o diferentes tipos de casos de que pasan en un caso para que, un caso de Workers' Compensation o de PI o Labor Law, que puedan ver las diferentes cosas que pasan o las diferentes partes que se asocian para poder atender a los casos de ustedes. En este momento estamos aquí con nuestro amigo Juan Madero. Juan Madero, thank you very much for being here and allowing us to interview you and talk to you a little bit about what has happened in the last year.
Yeah.
Oh, in the last 6 months, because we interviewed you last January, I think.
Yeah, it was last January. Yeah, that's right, in San Diego.
San Diego? No, Palm Springs.
Palm Springs. You're right.
Yeah.
Springs. Yeah, Palm Springs. Feels like we were in San Diego, for every other convention, but yeah.
It's beautiful out here.
It's nice, very nice.
And the weather is nice and chill right now. I mean,
yeah.
I'm enjoying this weather right now.
Yeah.
What can you tell us? What has happened over the last 6 months? Anything interesting to you or to the company, Matrix?
You know what? I mean, are we asking on a personal level or on a more professional level? Or are we talking about both? we can go either direction, right?
Well, I mean, I would like to talk about both, because
Yeah.
that's pretty much what happens. But I mean, talk to us about what has happened to you as as a professional, and what has happened to you as a person as well.
Yeah.
Why not?
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things to talk about. For me, it's like I love to be active, and so I love to meet new people, and so I've made some new relationships. Even today, I mean, that's why I'm here. I'm here to network and to meet people and to find out, where we can help. I'm a servant. I consider myself a servant, and for me, it's figuring out, where people's problems are, and if I can help people with that, then that's really where I feel like my purpose in life is. And I think that's where a lot of people's purpose should be at, is finding out, what your skills are, what you're good at, and, what are some of the gifts that, our Father God, life, blessed us with, or you maybe developed along the way, and how can you share those gifts with people? And that's, one thing that I've learned, through my life is that I have gifts, and I'm able to use those gifts, my talents, my skills that I've learned, and I'm able to help people with them. And so for me, I figured out that one of my biggest things that I have to offer people is network and connect people. I'm a connector, and I like to meet people, and I like to find out about people, and I like to find out what you're good at, and I like to find people that have your problem that you can solve, and put you guys together, and give you all the credit for that. But I'm the connector. I'm the one that connects that. So that's kind of what I'm good at, and that's why I'm here. I'm here for Matrix. I'm here to be a servant, to be a steward, to help them get more business, and for us to get more clients on board. And also at the end of the day, it's for the injured worker. There's people out there that need help. They need help in so many ways. And one of the critical things about an injured worker is that when they get injured, they need help, and they need help in so many ways. And one of the biggest helps that they need is having medical evidence and employment evidence as far as records. So So at Matrix, what we do is we're able to subpoena records on their behalf, working for the law firm, and so we're able to go and actually subpoena a location like a medical office, a hospital, their employer, the claims adjuster, and we're able to grab that information, the documents, the records that are needed for an attorney to be able to fight for them. And they need this evidence. It's crucial. And so that's where we come in, Matrix comes in. And I serve as kind of like the liaison on behalf of the injured worker to get that for them and bring it back to the attorney so that they can actually have some medical evidence to prove their case that they are injured.
And that's you touch on a lot of issues, a lot of programs, and a lot of things that matter to the injured worker. Many times, the injured worker does not know. They just know that they have an injury to report and they go to their attorney, but they don't know what the attorney does for them. And one of the immediate things that they do for them is they go to a company like Matrix.
Yes.
And they subpoena the records. Yes. Subpoena means they order the records for the employer, they order the records for the doctor, they order the records that the insurance company may have on the worker even, So why is this important? Because a lot of times, the defense basically, or the people that are working against the injured worker, they can order records as well, but I mean, they may not be able to copy all the records as they stand. I mean, I know this firsthand. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of work that goes behind an attorney's office that I think a lot of people don't really understand or know. For example, myself, I had no idea that workers' compensation industry even existed before coming on board into this industry, back in 2011. And now that I go into a lot of offices throughout my years, I've come to realize, the amount of work that goes into some of these law offices and the attorneys, and some of these attorneys, they really do fight for injured workers, and they do really, spend a lot of time. I sometimes talk to attorneys that are at their office till really late at night, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, just trying to work and trying to fight for their clients, the injured worker. And so again, the subpoena, the records, there's some process and some work that a lot of it we don't see it. The injured worker doesn't see. Nobody sees it, but there's a lot of work that is being dealt and worked on for the injured worker. And so it's all kind of like think of it like I see it as a kind of like a puzzle. There's so many different parts to a puzzle, and the idea is, is for the attorney to put all the pieces together. And that's kind of where we come in. We're part of a small little piece of that puzzle.
But that matters.
But it matters. It does matter.
It matters. So, for example, we were just talking to Tim Chan. So he's an attorney with Michael Bridges and Associates, and he was telling us that some of these employment law cases may overlap with some workers' comp cases, and they're different aspects of law. So I mean, they manage, they're managed differently. One is kind of administrative law, and the other one is another aspect of law. But I mean, one of those things that could make or could break a case and make a difference on a case could be one piece of paper.
Oh yeah, I agree.
How is that important to a case when you go and you find that piece of paper that can prove a case to the attorney fighting that case?
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, and you know what? I didn't realize that, until not too long ago. And you're right. It's something so small yet so big. Especially for someone that really did get injured at work and really does have severe injuries, and maybe is not able to return to work. And so we do play a critical part. And for example, medical records, for example, right? if we don't have the right documentation, the right medical records in place, the attorney, and if we don't deliver that to the attorney, and we're missing that one document, it can literally be either, you know, an attorney being able to prove your case or not. And if not, then there's some consequences, or there's some implications to that, more to the injured worker. And so, yeah, it's such a small but yet such a big deal, because again, if we are able to get it, then more power to the attorney to be able to fight for them. But if we can't get that one piece or that one medical evidence that's needed for discovery, then yeah, it can throw off the whole case. So you're right. I agree 100% with you.
Let me, and I want to talk about a sensitive topic, and that is, you know, basically that you guys have to fight for every little cent of money
Yes.
out of the work that you do. And who do you fight? You fight the insurance companies.
Yeah. Yeah.
What can you tell us about that? Why is this constant fight with the insurance companies? And this is something that benefits the injured worker, but they're fighting you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So how is it that you are able to do all this work and yet not be paid by the insurance company?
Yeah, you know, I mean, insurance companies have a bad reputation, I think, you know, when it comes to wanting to pay. And I get it, you know, I'm a business owner too. And so you want to try to save as much money as you can. And I think, you know, they're going to do their thing. They're going to try to fight everything they can so that they don't have to pay for it. But it is something that's unnoticed and a lot of people don't know. But yeah, you know, we have to fall on that burden to be able to, you know, figure out, you know, we got to fight just like the attorney's fighting, you know, to be able to get paid. And so, yeah, that is a big struggle for a lot of the companies that are, you know, service providers providing these record retrieval for companies. So it's a constant battle that I've seen since from day one, but it's part of the game, and we accept it, you know, and we're going to fight until we get paid. And so at the end of the day, we can only do what we can do, but it is part of the game.
So yeah, I just want to inform basically the all the injured workers and all the workers in California. I mean, there's a lot of parts of this industry that you may not get to notice. You may not even know about this. But you know, there's these copy services. You know, I mean, there's a lot of copy services. I mean, I can name quite a few, but you know, it's they all have to fight. They all have to fight for their money. How much is it that you charge per records right now? Like 180 or?
Yeah, I believe the
220?
medical location is 240.
240.
Yeah,
So it
240.
just went up.
It just went up about 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah.
So I mean, you charge basically but for 240 you have to develop the paperwork. You have to deliver the paperwork. You have to wait for the paperwork, you know, for them to tell you, okay, it's ready, and then you have to go and scan the paperwork. Right. I mean, $240 doesn't seem like enough.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You know, why is it not enough? You tell me, why is it not enough? And this is an opportunity. I you know, I know that a lot of people are listening to this, and a lot of people may not be caring about this.
Sure.
But we do, especially you, because you may not able to see that money for a whole year.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about
Yeah,
that?
I mean, yeah, it's part of the risk that you know, we take as a company, you know, but it's part of the game. Like I said, it's part of something that I guess and I don't want to say we're used to it, but it's part of it, and I think you just have to accept that that's part of the game that we have to play. But yeah, it is. There's a lot of work, like you said earlier. You alluded to. There's a lot of work that has to be done, and there's a lot of expenses that come with that. You know, there's payroll that needs to be paid. You know, there's drivers that need to get paid. There's operations, you know, that needs to get paid. There's the marketing reps that need to get paid. You know, there's a lot of things that are a lot of people don't know about. And so yeah, when you think about all that, it kind of does shrink the amount of profit that, you know, that we can make from that. So I agree with you. It's a challenge, but it's part of the game that we have to include or equate into the equation.
And so that's what we're doing here, everybody. That's what we're doing here at the California Applicants Attorneys Association meetings. I mean, this association gets together like twice a year, once in the winter and once in the summer. This is the summer one.
Summer, yeah.
And we all come together to exchange information and exchange different ideas as to how we can manage the business. I mean, you're just one of many copy services here today, but I am so glad that you are able to spend this time with us, and really thank you a lot for giving us this time, and a lot of people out there, just make your pitch, tell everybody who we are and who you are, and just go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity, Steven. I really appreciate you're inviting me to come and speak to the audience that's actually watching this. So yeah, for me, I've been in the industry for it's been about 13-14 years now, and I'm really happy to be here and to share information, share my knowledge and my expertise, my skills with people, and again bringing people together. So I'm sometimes I forget that we're all here for one reason, and that's for the injured worker. And so if you're a person that's either has gotten injured or knows somebody that is injured, just know that there's a lot of moving parts. Like I said, it's kind of like a puzzle, and we're just part of it. We're all here to fight for the injured worker, to be able to provide them with the best services they can get, so that they can go ahead and get compensated for their injury, because there's a lot of people out there that are really struggling, and they need help, and I'm glad to be here for that, to be part of that, and I'm really grateful for the invitation, Steve.
Thank you, Juan. Thank you. I'd like to thank Juan Madero. I'd like to thank the company also, Matrix. They're good friends of ours, and this is an opportunity for you to see basically what all the moving parts of this industry, that it's really working for you, the injured worker. Thank you so much, Juan.
Absolutely. Thank you, Steve.
Okay.